Welcome back to 556 Media. Put on your seatbelts. We're going for a ride. I'll preface the video by saying this. The overwhelming number of cops in the United States, which is where we're talking about in this video, the United States, are good cops. No question about it. Every profession has bad apples, so let's break it down. If you've got no life experience and you see an advertisement to become a police officer, don't do it. I don't care if you just graduated high school or college. Go work for a fast food restaurant or a business or some other business, 9-to-5 job, whatever. If you just became a cop for just to get a job or for the money and you have no real world life experience beforehand, don't do it. Don't do it. Find something else to do before you apply. Being a cop is real life, and it's dangerous shit. It's dangerous stuff. And at this point in time, it's not just dangerous for you, like physically, but also dangerous for you as a career, as you know, as being a profession. So it doesn't mean you're a bad cop if you do those things before you get real life world experience. It just means you're walking into hell. So just apply later once you understand how the real world works. That's a fact. Trust me. If you're a cop, if you're a police officer, deputy sheriff, special agent, whatever, I don't care what level of employment you're in, and you're out there knowingly violating the constitutional rights and law, violating people's civil rights, turn in your badge, quit, get out of there. You got no business being there in the first place. Look, if you're out there violating people's civil rights, violating the Constitution, violating law, just for an egotistical problem that you might have, or you just want a job and get paid for it, you don't belong in the professional law enforcement field in any way, shape, or form. So when you do that, you violate the trust and safety of your fellow law enforcement officers and the public who you are sworn to protect under the Constitution and law. So keep that in mind. So if you fall under that category that I just mentioned, don't even become a cop until you have some real world life experience. If you're a cop posting, and this kind of falls in the same line, if you're a cop posting on social media, Facebook, or Faceplant, as I call it, TikTok, Instagram, and you're posting videos of you twerking, or you're sitting there taking photos of you with your, uniform but shirt off kind of thing, you're an idiot. You're a fucking moron. And I don't care whether you went through the police academy, graduated the police academy, completed field training part of it, and you're out on the street, you're a fucking moron for doing that shit. And a lot of agencies have policies against that anyway. But you're a fucking idiot and you have no business wearing the badge. You give the actual profession a bad name and image. So knock it the fuck off or turn in your badge. You're just fucking stupid. So that's a fact. So knock it off. One of the most important things is if you're a law enforcement leader, and by that I mean, I don't care what your rank is. Well, let's start at the top. If you're an appointed chief of police, uh, a promoted chief of police, an elected sheriff, that type of thing, and you succumb to unconstitutional practices of politicians, uh, illegal laws. That's kind of counterintuitive, isn't it? Illegal laws, um, and you follow them, and then you use them against your own officers, deputies, agents, things like that. You can't do that. Number one, uh, you've earned the title. If you do this stuff, you've earned the title of a politician with a badge, because that's all you are. That's all you are. You're not a cop. You're not a deputy. You're not an agent anymore. You're a politician with a badge. You are no longer following the Constitution and law. And yet you will create policy under these unconstitutional and illegal laws to create policy that you want your officers, deputies, and agents to follow. And then if they don't, you persecute them, which is also unconstitutional, illegal. But you will suffer the repercussions of your actions at some point in time. It might not be today, might not be tomorrow. You will suffer the consequences for your actions. And I will put you in the same category as being your basic corrupt street level cop. You've just lost it. You've got no business being in the position that you're in. Turn in your badge, resign your position. That's probably the best decision that you can make for your own well-being. That's all, that's all I'm going to say, because all you're doing is harming the trust of your your department, your agency, your subordinates, and most importantly, the public. Because you are in fact a politician with a badge, thereby you are corrupt. So you've scarred the professional title of law enforcement officer. So knock it the fuck off. The bottom line is that this country doesn't need corrupt cops or politicians with badges. You're the downfall of the elite professional law enforcement career. Law enforcement officers around the country, whether you're federal, state, local, doesn't matter. You politicians with badges need to knock it off because, as I said, you'll suffer the consequences eventually. All you corrupt cops that are out there, man, I got no advice for you. You're just wait. It'll happen. You're done. Turn it in or you're done. Either way. So we're all sworn as law enforcement officers to uphold the Constitution and law. And then there's policies created at the local level, local agency levels, and things like that. But you are sworn to uphold the Constitution and law from the get-go. I don't care what position you're in, leadership or the bottom of the barrel street cop. If you don't do it, you will eventually suffer the consequences. So the bottom line is don't do it. That's the truth and reality of it all. So anyway, that's just my opinion. And if you're a good cop, a good deputy, a good agent, keep doing it. If you're one of the corrupt ones or a corrupt politician with a badge, fuck you. And I'll see you on the next one.